Could my husband be the father of Chioma's children? No, can't be. But it's been 5 years and he's not worried about children. No, God, please help.
Once upon a time, in the heart of Lagos, Nigeria, there lived two individuals named Adaku and Emeka. They were married for 5 years and they still had it going for them. But their home was echoed with the absence of children. Every time Adaku brought up the topic of their childlessness,
Babe, you're not even worried you don't have children. It's been 5 years.
Emeka would say comforting words to her.
Don't worry. In God's time, a child will come.
He said this believing that their family would grow when the time was right. However, as years passed, Adaku's concern about not having children grew stronger, and she was worried. The comfort that once reassured her started to fade away, leaving a quiet worry that lingered between them. Their love story faced a silent challenge as the unspoken dream of parenthood cast a shadow over their marriage. Little did they know the future held surprises yet to unfold. Emeka wanted to share money goals with his wife Adaku, so he suggested opening a joint account and they both would put money into it every month. After saving for 5 years, they had a decent amount of money. Then one day, Emeka came home excited. When Adaku asked him why he was happy, he happily told her about finding a big piece of land which he thought they should buy and build their dream home. Adaku took a moment to think about it, then agreed because this would be the home they would spend the rest of their lives in together. Emeka began taking money from their shared accounts to build their dream home, while Adaku continued putting her own share of the money into the account monthly. Emeka kept using the money to fund their house projects. Adaku had a close friend named Chioma. From their university days, some friends had warned Adaku about Chioma way back in school, but Adaku refused to listen to them because she felt Chioma was to be trusted. Sometimes, Adaku will share her concern with Chioma about not having children, and Chioma will console her, always saying, "In God's time," believing that things would work out when the time was right. Adaku had been unwell for weeks, and her husband, along with Chioma, took turns in caring for her. She was genuinely grateful to have them both by her side. However, one day, while still weak in bed, Adaku waited for either her husband or Chioma to enter the room so she could ask for water to take her medicine. After a considerable wait, with no one appearing, she struggled out of bed and made her way to the kitchen. As she approached, she overheard her husband and Chioma speaking in hushed tones, saying, "When will you take care of it?" Coughing to announce her presence, Adaku caught them off guard, but they quickly pretended innocence. They pretended they weren't discussing about anything important. Adaku, choosing not to confront them, acted as if she hadn't heard anything, then grabbed a bottle of water and returned back to bed. Although she couldn't shake off the suspicion, she wondered about the nature of their secretive conversation. Then, one day, Chioma announced that she was pregnant and told Adaku that the father of the child wanted nothing to do with her and her child. 2 years down the line, Chioma was pregnant again for her second child and yet unmarried. When Adaku asked her about the father of her children, Chioma would simply say, "I want to be a single mother." Adaku looked at Chioma and left her alone, not wanting to pry further. But somehow, it felt like Chioma was silently feeling sorry for her and was happy that she had children and not her. Adaku was so concerned and wondered when God would answer her prayer. One day, she felt the nudge to pray, asking God to direct her life and grant her the blessings of having children. In a flash of a second, she saw her husband with Chioma, and in her dreams, she kept on seeing her husband calling her a barren woman and running after her best friend Chioma. After the dream, she will wake up sad. She went to work like every other day, but the thought of Chioma and her husband couldn't go off her mind. Then she said to herself,
Could my husband be the father of Chioma's children? No, can't be. But it's been 5 years and he's not worried about children. No, God, please help.
After that, she decided to take a closer look or watch her husband more carefully this time. She continued her normal routine of going to work, coming back, cooking for her husband, and going to bed as usual. Then things changed. Her husband told her he had to sleep at work for 2 days each week. She wondered why, but accepted it anyway. When she requested that he took her to the house they were building, he would always say, "I want to make it a surprise. When I'm finished building it, I will take you there." She was surprised and also felt suspicious. Why won't her husband take her? Isn't the house for both of them? But she didn't want to disturb him, so she left him alone. One day, while she was on her way out of the house, an old woman stopped her and said to her,
Adako, there's fire under your nose. Please open your eyes.
And the old woman left. Adako wondered how this old woman knew her name and what she meant by the statement. When she returned home, she decided to pray and fast more this time. After praying and fasting for 3 days, she heard a voice that said, "Tell your husband you are traveling for a week, then return after the 3rd day. Don't inform him, then watch the activities that goes on in your house from a distance." Adako obeyed. The next day, she told her husband she had a family emergency and she would need to travel home for a week. Her husband nodded in agreement. She packed a few things and left. On the 3rd day, she sneaked back to watch her home from a distance, but she didn't notice anything unusual. But on the 4th day, what she saw shocked her to her bone marrow. She saw her husband and Chioma all dressed up with Chioma's 2 children, and Chioma's children rushed towards Emeka, calling Adako's husband, "Daddy, Daddy." Emeka was hugging Chioma and giving her a peck on her forehead. Adako was so shocked and felt like she saw a ghost. She held herself and waited some more. After a while, Emeka, Chioma, and the children left. Adako went to her house, ransacked the whole place from top to bottom, and found a brown wooden box under the bed where Emeka had hidden it. Inside the box were passports for Emeka, Chioma, and the 2 children. When she opened the passport, she saw visas for all 4 of them ready to move to Canada, and she saw a huge cash of $30,000. She picked them up, scattered the whole house, left the door open as if the house was robbed. She was so sad that her husband would do this to her. When Emeka came back and saw the door opened, he screamed and quickly ran into his room. He looked under the bed for the box. Everything was gone and he wanted to run mad. Then he turned to Chioma and asked her if she left the door open, and she said no, she did not. Both of them got into a heated argument about who left the door unlocked, both blaming each other that they did not lock the door. After a few days later, Adako returned and Emeka was in a sour mood. She did all she could to appease him, but he was so sad that he shouted, "Leave me alone, you cursed barren woman." Adako felt sad. Then she shrugged it off, knowing what she had done, and then told her husband she needed to spend the night in her parents' house. Emeka didn't care anyway. A week later, Emeka did not come to look for his wife, and Adako called saying she wouldn't return again. A month later, Adako sent a divorce letter to Emeka much to Emeka's surprise, and Emeka was devastated. In the end, Adaku left Emeka. Some years later, Adaku married a very rich man, had 2 beautiful children, and kept the $30,000 as an investment for her children when they grew up. On the other hand, Emeka was left to face the consequences of his action, never found a stable relationship, while Chioma, burdened with the weight of her choice, struggled as a single mother, and Emeka never married her. Adaku's triumph over betrayal became a testament to the strength that lies within, even when faced with the darkest moments of her life.